Very good morning, dear students. So today, before we start the actual class, let us first take a pledge during this pandemic era of the corona COVID-19. So first we take the pledge to prevent the COVID-19 and to obey the some preventive measures. So students, today we will take this pledge. I commit to be vigilant and bear in mind at all times the risk of myself and my colleagues and students from COVID-19. I promise to take all necessary precautions that prevent the spread of this deadly virus. I promise to follow and encourage others to follow the key COVID appropriate behaviors. To always wear a mask, face cover, especially when in public. To maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet. Students, today we start with chapter number 18, that is perimeter and area. Now first we start with the perimeter. Perimeter is a word which is combination of two words, that is peri, it means the boundary, and the metros, it means to measure. So the word perimeter has meaning, that is to measure the boundary of a given figure. For example, if we move from one point to other in a closed path, like the path may be the triangular path or the path may be the circular path. Suppose we start from this point and we start moving in a circular path. So the distance described by the tip of the pen is called perimeter. Similarly, if we move in terms of a quadrilateral, a random quadrilateral, then this whole distance is called the perimeter. The path may be a square one. Suppose we move around this square, or a rectangle, or a parallelogram, whatever figure it may be. So the length of the boundary in all the figures is called the perimeter. So today we discuss with the term perimeter. So in the today's lecture we will learn how to calculate the perimeter of a triangle, how to calculate perimeter of a square, perimeter of a rectangle, parallelogram, and a circle. So for this, let us have a look on these. Here we have the figure and the relation or the formula for the perimeter. Now in case of triangle, if the length of each side of a triangle is given, let the side of each side is length of each side is A, B and C. Then the perimeter means the length of the boundary is A plus B plus C. If the triangle is an equilateral triangle, the result is same, the length of all the three sides. But in case of equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal in length. So when we add all the three sides, A plus A plus A, so it is 3A. In case of square, we know the length of each side is equal. So the perimeter of the square is sum of all the four sides, that is 4 into A. In case of rectangle or a parallelogram, the difference between rectangle and parallelogram is only the angle. In case of rectangle, it is 90. In case of parallelogram, the angle may be anything. But we know the length of opposite sides in both rectangle as well as in parallelogram are equal. So it means the length of the boundary, that is perimeter, of rectangle is twice L plus B. So why it is twice L plus B? Because we add L 2 times and B 2 times in both the cases. So it is twice L plus B. So this is the perimeter of rectangle and parallelogram. Now we understand the perimeter. Specifically it is called circumference of a circle. Suppose we are having a circle of radius r. Suppose r is the radius of circle. Then the circle is like this. And we have to calculate the perimeter or the circumference of this circle. So first of all, we have to introduce a new term, that is called pi. The spelling of pi is P-I, is pi, and its symbol is like this. And its value is approximately 22 by 7 or 3.142. So we can use this value up to any decimal points, but generally it is used up to 2 places of decimal. Now from where this pi originate? So this pi is the ratio of circumference to the diameter of any circle, and this is a constant number. So every time when you draw a circle, any circle you can draw, if you find the length of its circumference, for this you can do one activity, that you can take one thread and make a circle of that thread, and then you can measure the diameter of that circle. If you calculate the length of diameter and the circumference, means the length of string which you use to make up of circle, and take its ratio, that is circumference over diameter, then this answer comes out to be pi, that is 22 by 7 approximately. So therefore pi is a constant number and its value is given as 22 by 7. So now we have a look on perimeter of circle. So perimeter of circle, which is commonly called circumference with radius r, is given by 2 pi r unit, or when the diameter d is given, suppose d is the diameter, then it is pi d units, and we know that diameter is twice of radius, so therefore both the formulas are equivalent. If we replace d by 2r, or in first formula 2r by d, then both becomes equivalent. And pi, as we discussed just now, is a special number called pi, pi, and is a constant number having value nearly 22 by 7 or 3.142. And now we apply these results to the various problems of exercise 18.1. Let us take the case of first question. He said find the circumference of a circle whose diameter is 84 centimeter. So here we are given with diameter and we need to find the circumference. So this is direct application of the formula. First of all, diameter of circle d, we name this as d, is 84 centimeter, and we know that formula for circumference of circle when diameter is given is pi d. So if we substitute the value of d over here, it becomes, and pi is 22 by 7, so it is 22 by 7 into 84, and we know that 7 divides 84 exactly, and the quotient is 12, so we can cancel 84 by 7 and it is 12. The quotient is 12. Now multiply multiply 22 and 12. So the answer is 12. When we multiply 12 with 22, it is 264. So the circumference of circle is 264 centimeter. Similarly, you can solve other parts of question number 1. Different values of diameters are given and you can apply this formula to get the circumference. And similarly in question number 2, we are given with radius of the circle, and same thing, that is circumference, we need to calculate. So here also radius of circle r is 5.6, and we know that when radius is given, then circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So here r is 5.6 and pi is 22 by 7. So substitute these values, 2 into 22 by 7 and r is 5.6. First we remove the decimal, it is 56 over 10 and 7 8s are 56. So cancel 56 by 7 and the quotient is 8. Don't cancel this 10 by 2, 22 or 8 because it will help for putting decimal. So now multiply 2, 22 and 8. 22 into 2 is 44 and 44 into 8 is 8 4s are 32, 3 we carry, 8 4s are 32, 32 and 3 is 35. So it is 352 and over 10. So ultimately it is 335.2. So hence circumference of circle is 35.2 centimeter. And similarly for the other cases of question number 2, you can find the circumference of the circle. Now we take third case. In this we are given with circumference. Now this is the converse of question number 1 or 2. And they said find the diameter. Here they can ask radius also. So we are taking second part of question number 3, and here the circumference is 26.4. We need to find the diameter, so we assume diameter of circle as d unit. According to question, circumference is 26.4 and we know the formula, and formula when diameter is given is pi into d. So it means pi d and 26.4 are equivalent. Substitute value of pi, it is 22/7. Change or transpose the sides. So 22/7 when goes to right hand side, it becomes 7/22, because when we change multiplication, it will get reciprocate. Now cancel again. First we cancel 22 and 2, 64 on 2. So here 11 and 132. And then divide 132 by 11. It is completely divisible and quotient is 12. So we can cancel 11 and 132. 132 with 11, it will give 12 as quotient. Now multiply 12 and 7. 12 and 7, 84 over 10. So 84 over 10 is 8.4 centimeter. So therefore diameter of the circle is 8.4 centimeter. If they ask what is the radius, then you can apply here the formula instead of pi d 2 pi r, and similarly you can find radius, and by applying this formula also you can find the radius. Here we have calculated the diameter, so radius is half of diameter. So in case if they ask what is the radius, then the answer will be 8.4 over 2, that is 4.2. So here you can see this note also, and similarly you can solve the other parts of question number 3, and same the note is given when you have to find the radius. Now let us consider the case of question number 5. It is question based on understanding. Here the statement is a wire forming a rectangle of dimension 9 cm and 6.4 cm is stretched. It is open up and bent again to form a circle, and after stretching it is initially it is like a rectangle, and after stretching it is a wire, a straight line, and then it is again bent to a circle. So we need to find what is the diameter of this circle. What is the diameter of this circle? So first of all, we know that length of rectangle is 9 cm, breadth of rectangle is 6.4. We name these as L and B. And we know the perimeter of rectangle is twice L plus B. So if we substitute these values and calculate, it comes out to be 30.8 centimeter. So it means the perimeter of rectangle when open up, it is a straight line of length 30.8 centimeter. And if we bend this along circle, then the circumference of circle is now 30.8 centimeter. So when wire is stretched and bent again to form a circle, then circumference of circle is equal to perimeter of rectangle. So this implies circumference of circle must be 30.8. So now we need to calculate the diameter of circle. Now this is exactly similar to question number 3. Here we assume the diameter of circle as d, then apply the formula pi d for the circumference. So it means pi d is equal to 30.8. So put value of pi 22/7, shift 22/7 to the other side and simplify. You will get d after cancellation, d as 9.8. So therefore diameter of circle is 9.8 centimeter. Let us consider one more case, one more question, that is question number 8. The statement is a field is in the form of number 8. I will show you the diagram. It is like this, and here the portion of 1 centimeter is that portion where the two circles touch. So, and here they said while going around the field, if we have to move around the field, then we have to calculate how much distance by leaving this portion we have to walk. If the diameter, here the radius is given, if the radius of the top circle, top portion is 14 centimeter and that of the bottom circle is 21 centimeter. So here also first we calculate the circumferences of the two circular portion. First circle has radius 14 centimeter, so by using the formula 2 pi r, and at the place of r we will use r1, and by putting their values we get circumference. We name circumference as C1 is equal to 88 centimeter. Similarly, we calculate the circumference of bottom circle and it comes out to be 132 centimeter. Now we know that 1 centimeter of the portion, if we have to walk around this circle, it is equal to circumference. For the lower circle also, it is equal to the circumference. But in both the cases, 1 centimeter distance we will not walk. So it means from both the circumferences we subtract 1, or ultimately we can write distance which two circles touch is 1 meter. So the distance one have to walk while going around the field is sum of the circumferences minus twice of 1. 1 centimeter portion is that portion where the two circles touch each other. So the answer comes out to be 88 plus 132 minus 2. So it is 220 minus 2, that is 200 meter. So similarly you can solve the other problems from exercise 18.1, and thank you very much students for watching this EV.